Young Johnny had recently been appointed as a salesperson at a local general store in Kampala. During one of his shifts, a woman approached him and asked if they had any peach jam. Without much thought, Johnny bluntly replied, "Out of stock." The woman immediately turned away, visibly displeased, and began to leave the store. The shopkeeper, who had been observing the interaction, called Johnny aside and gently advised him, "When a customer asks for a product we don't have, you should first apologize for the inconvenience. Then, suggest alternatives, like other types of jam in this case. For example, you could offer plum jam, guava jam, or something similar." Johnny took the advice to heart. Soon after, another woman walked in and asked for toilet paper. This time, Johnny responded politely, "I'm sorry, ma'am, we don't have toilet paper at the moment, but you could try carbon paper, manila paper, or sandpaper instead." Three pregnant women are having lunch together at a cafe. During the conversation, one of them confidently says, "I just know I'm going to have a boy." The other two pause, curious, and one of them asks, "How can you be so sure?" "Well," the first woman replies, "when the baby was conceived, I was on top, so it's definitely a boy." They continue eating for a while before the second woman speaks up. "Well, I think I'm going to have a girl." "Oh yeah?" the first woman asks. "What makes you think that?" The second woman shrugs. "Because when my baby was conceived, I was on the bottom." There's a brief silence as they all munch on their food, but the third woman starts to look increasingly anxious, fidgeting and eventually bursting into uncontrollable sobs. Alarmed, the first two women rush to comfort her. "What's wrong?" they ask. Through tears and sniffles, the third woman finally blurts out, "I think I'm going to have a puppy." A little girl says to her mother, "Mommy, when you were at work, a strange lady came over." "Not now," the mother replies. "Wait until Daddy gets home." Later that evening, once everyone is home, the mother turns to her daughter and says, "Now, sweetheart, what were you saying earlier about Daddy and a strange lady?" The father begins to speak, but the mother holds up a hand. "You keep quiet. I'll be talking to my attorney in the morning. Go ahead, dear." The little girl says, "Daddy told me to stay downstairs while they went upstairs, but I was curious, so I quietly followed them. I saw them hugging and kissing at the top of the stairs. Then they went into your bedroom and closed the door. But I went up and looked through the keyhole." The mother raises an eyebrow. "And then what?" "I saw them hugging and kissing some more, and then they started to take each other's clothes off, and they carried on until they had nothing on, and then the lady got on the bed and Daddy got on top of her." "Yes," says Mummy. "And then what happened?" "Then they did what you and Uncle Jack did when Daddy was in Vancouver last year." A teenage boy deposited $1 million into his bank account every single day. Curious and suspicious, the bank manager, Mrs. Mary, eventually asked him where all the money was coming from. "I win it through gambling," he replied. "No one can win that much consistently," she said. "Want proof? Let's bet $1,000 that I can kiss my own eye." Thinking it impossible, she agreed. The boy calmly removed his glass eye, kissed it, and held out his hand. $1,000, please." Annoyed but intrigued, Mrs. Mary challenged him the next day. "Rematch." "All right," said the boy. $3,000 says I can lick my ear." She inspected both ears, real, intact, and accepted. The boy took out a fake tongue, ran it over his ear, and grinned. The next day, Mrs. Mary asked for a rematch, but no cheap tricks this time. "Okay, I bet $5,000 that you have pierced nipples." "Hell no!" yelled Mrs. Mary, as she confidently removed her top and showed her unpierced nipples. "Fair enough," the boy said, handing over the money. Just then, she noticed all the bank employees paying the boy. "What did you do now?" he smiled. "I bet each of them $10,000 that I'd make you flash me your personal property."